we are in the game number 1 in the first stream of the 1v1 championship for all BFME games at the same time. Clishido, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. On a beautiful map, Westworld, we're gonna have the kickoff in the best of 5. We have the blue Man of the West player, Gen 2, against the yellow Alvin player, Ghost Boy. So excuse me and apologize for the you know, missing colors in the scoreboard. Normally I always pay attention that the colors here are always matching with the scoreboard, so it's gonna be much easier for you guys to be up to date, but I will, you know, hopefully be not forgetting to fix it for the second game. So Elves against Man of the West. I think in the version 8.5 it's actually not too bad for the Man of the West faction, even though I have the feeling that Man faction kinda struggles the most against good factions. And Too Fun, my man, thank you so much for the giftings up to Dr. Lecter. Thank you very much. Hype Train. How much is the prize pool? We have no prize pool yet, but what we're gonna do is during the stream, starting from today until the end of the tournament.
1907 gifted Dr. Lecter 12,345 a subscription. What a monster. 2 Funds 1907 gifted a tier 1 sub to Dr. Lecter 12,345. They have given 148 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you very much. And ProSlice for another sub by himself for 5 months, my dude. Thank you very much, ProSlice. Appreciate it. First for the gifting sub and for your own sub. Appreciate that. Really means a lot.
Slice just resubscribed for 5 months. Ahoy. Love you, bro.
Thank you, my friend. Love you too. About the cash prize, we have no cash prize for this tournament, but what we're gonna do is starting from today until the end of the tournament, every sub, donation, bids will be going to the prize pool of the tournament. And as this is like a 3 tournament in 1, we have a championship for all BFME games. The money from subs, bids and donations will be split into 3 pieces, and it's gonna be, you know, 1/3 of that will be used for BFME 1, 1/3 for BFME 2, and 1/3 for Rise of the Wishing Death's plan. It might not be a lot of money, but you know, at the end of the day, you do it. It's about having fun, and if you can still win some money by playing your most favorite game, I think it's a great thing. Eisengasm is in the chat. Look at that. Eisengasm, it's always great to see you around, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Kein Problem, ProSlice. Okay, so we have a fight in the middle. The troll will be creeped by the Man of the West player, Ghost Boy. He has also barracks and archer range up on the field is the production buildings. Creep secured, and there comes the defensive rallying call from the Alvin player. Gen 2. Also the first time I see this player, I think he was also participating in the BFME 2 championship, and you know, unfortunately a couple of these games were played off stream because I didn't have the time. I wasn't around when they wanted to play. But I will try my best to actually stream more frequently, and hopefully during the weekend tomorrow in Sunny we will have a lot more games going for the 1v1 championship. And also, obviously, we have Ave, Have, Sauron, Smoky participating in the tournament, so expect a lot of fiesta and a lot of awesome stuff, you know? Too Fun, once again, gifted sub to me share of X this time. Thank you very much. Really means a lot. Dude, you are kind of crazy, man. Thank you.
2 Funds 1907 gifted May Shadow Fax GG a subscription. What a monster. 2 Funds 1907 gifted a tier 1 sub to May Shadow Fax GG. They have given 149 gift subs in the channel.
This is crazy. 149 gift subs to the channel. Dude, thank you very much. I also took a break. I'm glad. I mean, it was in this case it was not planned, but I think it's working out. Eisengasm. We are back at the same time. That's what matters, my friend. Always glad to see you around. And I miss streaming, I miss the BFME games, and it's always hard for me to decide which BFME game should I cover. So I decided this time, hey, why the question? Why can we not cover all of them at the same time? And I think it's a great start, and hopefully we can keep this tempo up in a 2v2, 3v3, 4v4 tournament in long terms, even though organizing tournaments with team games is a painful experience because you need to manage to get more people online at the same time, which can be quite challenging from time to time. Okay, so let's take a look into the current command points and power points, shall we? We have the Man of the West player, the yellow Man of the blue Man of the West player. Actually, my bad. Dude, the colors are kind of misleading me. Gen 2 is playing man. He's up to 450 command points in total. He has now archer range level 1, barracks level 1, and the stable level 1. He has nearly 5 power points collected after the rallying call, dropping down to 400 command points, and Too Fun yet another gifted sub to Yasin Memo this time. 150 gifted subs to the channel. 150 gifted subs to the channel. I'm speechless. Play my food, let us see around.
2Funds1907 gifted Yasin Memo a subscription. What a monster. 2Funds1907 gifted a tier 1 sub to Yasin Memo. They have given 150 gift subs in the channel.
Shanks, can you please explain us where you know this go inside the jeans saying from? I don't know, man. Dude, sometimes my brain is working differently and I'm, looking at my jeans and then I want to say something, then I accidentally say that. Like, I wouldn't search too much meaning and too much reasoning behind the things I say sometimes. I'm a very, spontaneous person, and whenever I see something, I have the feeling that I need to build this word in the sentence, and I don't know the reason. I just said it once, and for me it's like a habit, When I say one time something, especially because my English is kind of limited, I don't know many English words, so I'm sorry if I have to use, or if I'm using multiple times the same sentence, but I think it's okay, it makes you stand out a little bit, so look at that, you know what I'm saying, you was kind of able to remember this. 400 command points for elves, and 550 for men. Gen 2 actually kind of surprising me, because Ghostboy is a very good player, like he was always, going really far in the 1v1 tournaments, and Gen 2, a new player is rising and victory is at hand. I'm lead, a wizard is never lead, nor is STL96. He arrives precisely when he means to. Thanks for welcoming me, okay, dude, of course. Okay, so unfortunately, the Elven player Ghostboy is kind of falling apart. If I'm not mistaken, I think the 2.02 team is actually working actively on the version 8.6. And it might be eventually released very soon. I don't know the current, stage of the patch, but it might be out very soon. I think they are having a lot of changes in mind, and we're gonna take a look. The thing is, in a game like Rise of the Witch King, the patches, they mean a lot, because there are so many units that one singular change to one single unit can actually, switch the meta and make the faction either very strong or super weak. So I'm always hyped about the new patches. I think it's a great tool to kind of try to keep this games going, you know what I'm saying? Eisengasm with the 10 gifted subs. Holy guacamole, boys. What is going on, dude?
Esengasm just gifted 10 subs. What a pirate.
Holy guacamole, Eisengasm, my man. Thank you so much for 10 gifted. Really means a lot. And again, boys, I'm sorry, my voice was kind of bad. Again, boys, every single cent we make from subs, bits and so on during the tournament, starting from today until the end of the tournament, will be splitted as a cash prize. 2Fun also another 10 gifted subs. So the players are gonna be happy. It's gonna be a lot of cash prize for the people now.
2Funds1907 just gifted 10 subs. What a pirate.
Thank you very much, dude, guys. Eisengasm and 2Funds1907. This way, my friend, we hear peasants from the Shire. The peasants, not from the Shire, from Rohan, the Rohan Spearman. Oh, Lone Tower Special Summon, that's not what you like to see. And man is kind of, elves are kind of in a very defensive situation. He doesn't have many archers on the field either, so I think he's gonna fall apart slowly but surely. But again, it's a best of 5 series, so losing one game doesn't really matter that much. Maybe it's a matchup you don't want to play. I believe Ghostboy doesn't like to play the Elven faction a lot, and he's gonna call it. He's gonna call it, and it's gonna be the first victory for Gen 2 from Czech Republic. Guys, are you watching the trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? Dude, I genuinely don't care about that, but in YouTube, the shorts on YouTube, it always recommends me that stuff. It kind of forces me to watch Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. And there was one scene, it was making me laugh so loudly, I was laughing literally cringely for like 20 minutes. My dog stepped on a pee, and then the face of what Amber Heard made. It was so funny, you know what I'm saying? It's so funny. But I can't stand there and just watch it hours and hours on end. I can't. Okay, we have the red Elven player Gen 2, who is the victorious player of the game number 1, against the blue man of the West player Ghostboy on the right side. So that's once again the same map, Westfold. Good stuff, the trial, very true. She pooped in his bed. Yeah, dude, Nikki, that was so cringe. Too fun. Another 5 gifted subs to the channel, dude. Thank you so much. Really means the world. Thank you. Appreciate it.
2Funds1907 just gifted 5 subs. What a pirate.
Thank you. And congrats to everyone who was getting a gifted sub from Tufan and from Eisen. Guys, make sure to say thank you if you're in the chat. Because now you can actually use the best emotes in the Twitch universe. And I'm not biased when I say that. Okay, we have 2-3 farms, barracks into the archer range. So actually, Ghostboy is doing the same thing what his opponent did last game to him, you know. On the other side, we have a barracks opening, 2 farms into the Lorien Warrior into the 2nd battalion of Lorien Warriors. So it's like an aggressive playstyle from the Elven faction. Normally, you don't see that every single time. Normally, Elves choose to play a bit more defensively, but it is not this day. I like this. I really do enjoy this, like offensive Malone trees. They are unpredictable. And there is a chance that this one is not going to be found out anytime soon. And in a perfect world, this one is going to stay until the end of the game. And it might hit level 2, level 3, and it will give you a lot of additional command points and also money. So, especially on a map like this. So, on this map you have like a lot of hide potential, right? You can hide a lot of stuff, which I believe is the main reason why I believe that this map is a good map for the Goblins and also for the Dwarven faction. Especially for the Goblin faction. Yeah, Ember Heart versus Johnny Depp. And I think it's kind of... Disney made like a big failure move, you know what I'm saying? Because Pirates of the Caribbean can't be the same without Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was the core guy, you know? Like without Captain Jack Sparrow, there can't be Pirates of Caribbean. And that nobody can replace him either, you know what I'm saying? It was so iconic to him. He was standing out so much. Okay, so we have a defense situation, but I think the farm is going to be still taken down, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's one of the core changes they are planning for the version 8.6. If I'm not mistaken, if they didn't change their mind, I think what they want to do is they want to make the game a bit more fast-paced, and for that reason, the farms and every structure actually will lose their HP. So, you know, eventually in the version 8.6, this farm would have been taken down. Super Banjo is in the chat. Welcome, Super Banjo, glad to see you around. Like I said, this is not gonna be taken down anytime soon, and there comes the counter push. The good thing about the situation for the Elven player is that the man player was actually using the rallying call defensively, which is pretty good to me, if I'm, you know, if I gotta be honest. And there is a Lorien Warrior he was also able to save. So building a well will get this battalion to full strength, full size. Okay. I like the way that he's playing it slow. Very slow. Don't lose the units. I think this is gonna be taken down, right? Yeah, I think it's gonna be taken down. The Lorien archers are dealing so much damage to the soldiers, but there is another soldier battalion and another one. So he might have the chance to take down 3 of them at the same time, which would be insane amount of damage to the Elven player. I mean, guys, I don't know what it is. Is the man faction really that strong, or is Elven faction just so weak? I mean, the version is still the same, you know, from the last 1v1 tournament we had, but I feel like the man faction is either popping off, or the Elven faction just, you know, isn't very strong. I can't tell. I've not seen Rise of the Witch King for a long time, and I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting such an outcome between men and elves. He's creeping also, that's very good. We have 450 command points for Ghostboy, the man player, and 400 command points for Jang 2. And the well is coming up. The good thing is, he has like plenty of damage units, so they will be respawning slowly but surely over time. However, you need to keep in mind that the healing progress, like the healing speed of the wells and, you know, Mirror of Galadriel in this case, in Rise of the Witch King, is kinda low. And I believe that's why you need eventually a second or even a third one to speed up the recovery progress. So you don't need to sit there for like 3 minutes to heal up to full HP. Okay, creeping with the with the Revander Lancer. No stable yet. I mean, to be honest, I feel like the man faction should still go for cavalry. especially against Elven faction, which is an archer beast army, right? So look how many archers he has on the field. And the thing is, I believe you can't win infantry fight in long terms against elves. It's not going to be possible because he will have the stronger archers every single time. Like the Mirkwoods are just miles better than the Rangers. And maybe Boromir could be nice to go for a wombo combo situation, you know, with the Horn of Gondor and the Longshot. But other than that, I think in a row battle between infantry against infantry, there is no faction without any spell like Felwind in Longshot that can win against elves. Okay, the Malon tree is going to be definitely taken down. Oh, Theoden King is actually hunting some Lancers. And almost level 3 too. Actually, also very underrated here in my book. Like super underrated. I think he's leveling up quite fast. In level 4 is already a massive power spike. You get the chance to level up the units. And the builder. The thing is, later on, you can get those Rangers instantly to level 2 with the King's Fever. Which again will unlock their long shot. This game kind of slowed down a little bit. I think the Elven faction was kind of able to get like a little bit back into the game. Beautiful trample. Like Ghostboy is getting punished for not having any pikemen around, and very good micro from Gen 2. Trampling down archers all day, all night. Theoden King. I fear no darkness. Yeah, big map, cavalry is very, very good choice. I agree on that one. And also only tier 1 units. Again, I don't think it's... Maybe I'm wrong, but we will see. I think he's falling apart a little bit. Like, in a map like this, the macro is very important. Like, you see this Malon tree, since the beginning of the game it's there. And, you know, Ghostboy is not discovering this. He's not scouting as much as you should. Which will, you know, kind of get him in trouble in bigger maps. In bigger maps, the players have the chance to do that every single time, right? They can build anywhere on the map, like a resource building, and if you never scout this, you will just get free money, free command points, and you will never be able to understand what is going on. How this guy has so much money? And Theoden is kind of confused too. He's riding from top to bottom all the time and just wasting time on the street. Okay, the farm has been taken down. 400 command points for Ghostboy and 585 command points for the Elven player, Gen 2. Look how many archers he has on the field. Haldir too. Haldir with the archers, very smart move. You gotta always keep them together. This way, you can level up way faster. And level 5 is a massive power spike. And does he have also Elma? Why? I mean, you don't need Elma and Theoden at the same time, I believe. I think Boromir would have been a much better choice. It's only one... Oh, but look at the punishment now. That's gonna be kind of fun. Go, 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 go. Rallying Call is gonna be used on both of them actually. Oh. Should be using the aggressive stance, by the way, when you trample. Too clumped. They are getting slowed down when they are charging. But I think Elma was able to get to level 3. Level 4 unlocks the money-making ability. And Theoden King, I don't need to tell you what happens if he gets level 6. The Glorious Charge can actually end everything for the Elven faction. But there comes the misplay. So, he's aiming to get this level 2 farm down, which is the last remaining level 2 farm from Ghostboy, and his build is in trouble. He's not microing with the builder is going down as a sacrifice to save the level 2 farm. There is a Lancer, he was even using the Lone Tower defensively, which is something you don't like to see, and man is definitely falling apart. Ghostboy is definitely not on point today. In Gen 2, the Czech beer was actually getting him crazily strong. He's shining bright like a diamond, all I can say. And very surprising, he's either a smurf or a player who was able to adapt very fast. The farm is going to be given up for no reason. He could have saved this. That's a huge achievement for the Elven player. Very well done. The Theoden King decides to be dismounted and walk on the street with his nephew, Elma. Oh my goodness. Look, free experience for Haldir, boys. He's almost level 4. And getting stronger and stronger every single minute. And the thing about Haldir is, unlike all the other cheap heroes like Faramir for example, this hero even scales very good into the mid to late game. The Golden Arrow is so good. It's a very strong single target ability, and on top of that it's like a cloud break. You know, stun effects, very important and very strong in Rise of the Witch King. especially if the enemy doesn't have any fear resistant, which you can't get with the man faction until you get your Gandalf up on the field and get him all the way to level 5. So, as this is not gonna happen anytime soon, this guy getting level 8 is a huge power spike. Smurf? That would never happen. Yeah, true. Hannibal, glad to see you around. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I mean, Ghost Boy has only 300 command points. He has to invest now every money he has to rebuild the farms. But the thing is you don't have any army, you can't protect the farms you are building up. It's like a, you know, like a loop situation in which you need to hope now that your opponent makes a mistake. Like, at this point of the game, regardless what Ghost Boy does, he can't win if Gen 2 plays it perfectly fine. If Gen 2 makes major mistakes, of course you can still turn this around. But other than that, I don't see a future for the man faction in this game. And Gen 2 popping off. I ordered building supplies. True. Look, Theoden is so... He walks like a chicken. Huge army, huge army. Rallying Cole. Nice one. He was riding through the units to give them also buff. Soldier battalion standing by. Not this day. Yeah. Like, I think it was kind of overkill in my opinion. Maybe skip the archer range first and go for the steeple. And don't go for Theoden and Eomer at the same time. I think you have like much better choices. Decision making is very important. Like, I think Eomer is good when you go for the cavalry, but Theoden and Eomer at the same time. Again, keep in mind that in Rise of the Witch King. And Badro is in the chat. Badro, what's up, my friend? Invictus, yes sir. I mean, obviously, like Rise of the Witch King, we have like, you know, like a simultaneous tournament for all BFME games at the same time, including Rise of the Witch King, of course. And that's one of the games. So Mordor versus men. So El Clasico situation, Ghost Boy playing once again the man faction, this time at the bottom right side. And he's against the red Mordor player Gen 2, who is popping off this day, you know. Czech Republic player, very, very strong. Ghost Boy has to do some shenanigans, has to do some crazy stuff in order to pull this off and turn this series around, because that's the last chance of Ghost Boy. This is best of 5, so one more loss and he's out. And this is a single elimination tournament, so unlike in the spring tournament, no player has a second life or a second chance. So if you lose one series, arrivederci, you know what I'm saying, you're gone. 2 orc pits to each of the orc. Barracks and archery range. Again stuff in the chat, welcome dude. I will wait till I see an Isengard game and bet all on Saruman. Oh my goodness, man. Dude, then you gotta love my videos on the YouTube channel, Isengard, because every single time I pick random, I will get to play Isengard. I think you curse me. I'm not even joking. I was like very, very shocked, you know, every time I'm playing like random all the time in BFME 1. And I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 games, I would get to play Isengard. Hey, Pharaoh Cairo, welcome, my friend. Glad to see you around. It's a 1v1 championship tournament. And, you know, normally the money or the cash prize for the tournaments are always fixed or, you know, told beforehand. But in this tournament, we have like a, you know, no, guys, I gotta be honest, I make, you know, most of the time, the money for the tournaments comes from the Twitch streams, right? So, as you guys subbing to the channel and stuff like this, I don't, you know, use the money for myself. I actually use that to organize events and tournaments, so people have like something to fight for. But as I was not active in the past weeks, I couldn't tell anything about cash prize. So I said, you know what, from the beginning of the tournament until the end of the tournament, in the streams, from subs and bits, the money is going to be split in 3 pieces, BFME 1, 2 and Rise of the Witch King, and that's going to be the cash prize. So it's not determined yet, but thanks to Eisengasm and Tufan, with like 500 gifted subs to the channel today, we have already a very good starting point, which is amazing. And it shouldn't be always about money, you know what I'm saying? It's always nice to win some money when you play in a tournament and, you know, but it doesn't have to be a crazy amount of money, in my opinion. Like the spring tournament with $1,300, it was like crazy number, right? But again, thanks to Obtain Humanity for a huge and generous donation, that was possible. But we can't have always $1,000 tournaments. We can't pull this off, you know. So the farm in the bottom side is gonna be taken down. $1 million cash prize. Maybe if Red Bull or any big company ever reaches out to us and says, hey Shanks, you know what? Host a tournament for BFME games with $3 million cash prize. And you know, 1 million for BFME 1, 1 million BFME 2, and Rise of the Witch King 1 million. And give the players 5 months chance to train for this upcoming tournament. Guys, can you imagine for a single second how active these games would become? Like, I think everyone and his mother who was ever playing this game from 20 years ago until now would install the game again just to participate in this tournament and would train, and they would eventually reach crazy amount of numbers in terms of players in the tournament. It would be kind of crazy. But again, without a sponsorship from a big company backing this off, it's gonna be only a dream. 1 million, can you imagine that? Dude, for $1 million cash prize for a tournament, I would literally play day and night to become as good, just to be able to reach the top 3, top 5 spot, you know? Take the one. Hey, don't bring stupid ideas in my mind, Spovenjo. That's what people were also thinking. They are like, when Optin Humanity was donating, they are like, is Shanks gonna take the money and run away? Do I look like somebody like you who would do that? You know what I'm saying? A man is not a man without honor and dignity. Okay, Man is actually doing good in this game, very good. We'll also be able to creep this, that's, you know, a very good start. And Ghost Boy needed that, obviously. He's like, what, 2-0 behind, 450 command points against 500. So Mordor is still a skilling monster, like a late game monster, and you guys know that. We know what happens if you can't shut down Mordor early mid game, then you will have like a really big struggling moment. In the late game, he was even able to steal the treasure, which is definitely not good for Ghost Boy. Ghost Boy has to be a bit more on point and a bit more careful. Like those small things, in my opinion, these things are the main differential between a good player and a great player, you know? Like those small tiny details that can turn the tide. And this game will not be popular again until they make it easy to install. I mean, this has nothing to do with the installation about the game. The thing what needs to happen to get those games, I mean, the obvious reason is there is no company behind this game. There is no advertisement. There is nothing that can push the game's popularity. Right? You need a company. If they normally or usually invest like millions of dollars for advertisement purposes, right? They are trying to put this as ad for YouTube videos, trying to go on TV shows and stuff like this, and trying to get eyeballs on the game. That's the first. I will represent the men of Gondor. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. The second main reason is there has to be a game without lag, right? There is like a delay and lag in the game, and I think that's, you know, one of the most biggest reasons why it's, you know, kind of holding the game's activity. And the third reason is matchmaking. So Game Ranger is good, but it's not optimal. It's not a great gaming experience. If you have to join a lobby, you need to make sure that your version is matching, that you have no technical difficulties, no italic problems. Nobody likes that. What people would like rather is clicking on one button, find a game, find a match, and boom, you are in an elo making system, which, you know, makes you fight against a player around your own skill level. These three things, until these three things are almost, you know, 100% fixed, this game will never become a popular game again. But it's okay, dude. I don't care about that, to be honest. I think I'm always happy if we can get 1 or 2 more players every month, a new player, like Gen 2 for example, or many new players we got in the BFME 1 community. I'm happy about it. Size doesn't matter everything. Quality goes over quantity. The thing is, the more popular a game gets, the more toxic the community is gonna become. And I'm very proud. We have like always, almost exclusively great and kind people, adult people, you know, over 18, 19, 20 years old. And it's okay, you know? Go, Ghost Boy, go. I wait 20 minutes. I mean, even if you don't wait, right? it's a painful experience for a new player. Joining a room, everybody is playing with their friends, so if there is a new guy, you will kick him out maybe, you know. It's hard for him, it's not encouraging for the people to join the multiplayer scene. Trust me, I think there are thousands of people owning and, you know, having the BFME installed on their PC, but they would rather play offline, skirmishes against AI or the campaign, rather than, you know, joining multiplayer, because there is no elo, right? The active players are always good players, so getting on their level is gonna take you a long time and requires dedication. Lots of stuff coming from the bottom side. Mordor is farming out. Just like in Osgiliath, I think manufacturing is gonna be overrun very, very soon. And again, Mordor is a time bomb, guys. You know, it's gonna be exploding very, very soon. There is little to nothing man can do about that. Archer range level 2, 1 ranger only. Again, no heroes, no leadership system, and no leadership at all. I think in this situation, Turing could be a nice choice. To get the leadership you need. And what is this? We have Mouth of Sauron level 3. Size doesn't matter. What was wrong about T3A? It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, did you ever try to play there? It's horrible. Big connection problems. It's like, I don't know. I feel like the idea, like those people, I think they are the same people that are starting like multiple different mods. They've started the Dwarf Hold mod for BFME 1 and also the Age of the Ring. I think that these are the same group of people, but I think their mistake is they are kind of overconfident. They are starting many progresses, many projects, and then they give up on 5 of them. And I think a dedicated online server like T3A was meant to be needs a dedication to it, so you can maintain the server and make sure that it's, you know, evolving and improving every single time. So you can, the thing is, people are mistaken. You can't make one thing and let it be, you know. It's not gonna be finished. A patch can't be finished. That's why, for example, Rise of the Witch King is the most popular game, because it has an active patch developing crew, right? They are working on it. They are getting feedbacks, they are evolving, they are improving the game as much as they can. Now you might like it, you might not like it, it doesn't matter, but they are doing something for the game, you know? That's what you need to do. Maintain, you know, being consistent about what you do. We need a drunk stream of each. No. I mean, I'm not into that, to be honest. You have Gothmog up on the field also as the second hero after the Mouth of Sauron. Man is kind of pushing up back a little bit, but again, the investment of the money into heroes early game is gonna pay off later on. So level 4, massive power spike is like a mist. You can debuff the enemy units, make sure they are losing their leadership bonuses, and a quarter of their damage and armor, which is incredibly effective in those big epic clashes of armies. And then you have also Gothmog with Fury, with, you know, Iron Hand. For example, if man decides to go for Boromir later on, or decides to go for the Cloud Break, and, you know, this dude, this handsome Freddy Krueger style of a dude gets level 5, your Cloud Break is gonna be meaningless. It's gonna be useless. Oh, the farm, Eye of Sauron. It's a level 2 farm, almost level 3, that's gonna be painful. You can repair it. I would repair it. I wouldn't be willing to lose this, in my opinion. There we go. You repair it now! Okay, was really close, man. Don't hesitate, dude. Don't wait until the last possible second. There is a lone tower defensively, but Fury, Tomato Gothmog is inside the jeans, boys. Now you have no more rebuild. That means the tower cannot be saved. There's even ranges inside. They are doomed too. They will die the second they enter. We have even black orcs up on the field. And the black orcs, you know, once you go black, you never go back, and there is a reason for that, because they can stack so much stuff. They have Bloodthirst with level 2, they have leadership from Gothmog, Warchant for the buff, right? And then you can even have the Horde bonus. So long story short, you can actually make them incredibly strong. They are very strong units. They don't even cost that much. They cost like 300, right? They used to cost even less. They got nerfed. But he wasn't able to save the farm either. Oh, I think Mouth of Sauron, yeah, he was able to destroy it. There comes the Doubt ability. Mordor is farming out. We need an Uruk Pit stream which Shanks collects donations for a bigger tournament. Uruk Pit is, you know, can you imagine that? he's good. He's a good player. I don't know, man. Maybe it might be Mustafa too. He was literally trying to smurf also in the spring tournament, right? I don't know. Erdinho, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Means a lot. Türkiye, Türkiye, Türkiye. I'm actually curious if Fenerbahce can actually be master next year. Trabzon, by the way, I was happy for Trabzonspor guys this year, you know? Like, there is like a Super League going in Turkey, you know, the football. And normally I'm cheering for Fenerbahce. But this year, Trabzonspor won. They became champion. And I was super happy for them because there was, you know, last time they became champions was 31 years ago, you know? It's always nice when people are actually still able to do it. Never give up. That's like a definition of never giving up, never surrendering. You can always do it. Just don't give up. I will make ASMR stream for you guys. Hey, hey girl, hey girl. Zero high. Trabzon fans drove about around my city shooting. Yeah, I mean, of course, dude. You know what kind of celebration this is? Like, I remember in Germany, like it was, I think in 2002 or 2008, if I'm not mistaken, in which Turkey, the national team in football, was actually very strong, right? They came all the way to semifinals. And when they won, there was so much celebration in the city. I didn't even know that there are so many Turkish people in the city I'm living. I gotta be honest, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of crazy. It felt like, you know, I'm in Turkey. It was kind of... I believe, you know, when you are sporting a clan or sporting a club, you can do it in multiple different ways. And I just genuinely can't understand if people are sporting and they are arguing with people who are not sporting the same club. Like, I think sporting or cheering shouldn't be the same as like fanatism, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be too obsessed with that. Because obsessions, or if you are too dedicated to that stuff, it can just lead into depressions and you can be upset when it fails. It's not your son or not your wife. Who cares? It's a team. They play for money, you know? 400 command points only against 8. Oh my, look the money from Mordor, boys. 15 power points. He will get the chance to go for a worm very, very soon. But I think it's not even required. It's not even needed. No heroes at all game long from man. Mouth of Sauron is lurking around, you know, hunting some Gondor Knights left and right, harassing the farms every single time he has the chance. And Gothmog in the meantime, sporting and guiding the army of infantry units of the Mordor faction. He's also level 5, that means even if the game kinda goes late and you go for the chance to go for the Cloudbreak, it would be absolutely useless. Tom Bombadil was special summoned in a bad spot in my opinion. Like, the thing is, in my opinion, when you summon stuff, you wanna do that if it's needed and if you can achieve something out of that. In a spot like this, Tom Bombadil is not gonna achieve anything for you, right? It doesn't do anything for you, so it's a waste of summon, in my opinion. So here, for example, when you use it here, you can defend yourself, right? You can end up getting something out of it, in which you can keep your farms protected or your production buildings. When you are using it offensively, you can kill the enemy army with that, and then you can destroy some buildings. So what I'm trying to say is, like, when you use something, use it in a way that can get you more stuff afterwards. Yeah, but again, he might have killed... That's not my point. He might even kill like 5 or 8 battalions. Who cares? That's my point. I'm not saying he didn't kill anything. I'm just saying it doesn't matter what he kills. It doesn't do anything for you afterwards. You know, you understand? Witch King. No man can kill me. Die now. And GG's gonna be cold, boys. That's it. 3-0 clean victory.